slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion.
Coach, thanks. It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start here with Jackson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 22, Jackson. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
180!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
I got it. Check 37. Check.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. He's got a 1st down past the 30. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40.
First down, Raiders.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Jackson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Jackson on 1st down. Open his swing, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. That kickoff return, 104 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was looking for Landry that time.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
53 at the max. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Jackson. Looking downfield for Jones. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you could go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
180. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Shift.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
50, check right 50. Man, that's trash. Hey, alert.
They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Alert. Hey, orbit. 50's the mic.
To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Hurry. It's going to be a long. Run. Regular. 56 is the mark.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Pick it up, guys. Regular. 56.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Mayfield on first down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They'll run on first down. Jackson. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 80 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now?
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56 to Mike.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
58 for Mike, 58.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Third down. On the ready. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. So don't say nothing.
On third down, it's Jackson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
First down, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Going deep here for Landry. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. It's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting away open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He's got it. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. 34, eyes on 34. Alert 3, alert 3.
Now it's Jackson, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit him with the play out.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson forced out to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. Staying on his feet. The ball comes out, and the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
Yeah, it was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First down, Raiders.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 1st down, Jackson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. He's back to throw. Now in desperation. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
It's a gain of 31 yards. And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
180! I'm coming! Where? 56, the Mike, boy, 56. Check, 56.
He'll look to throw. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go. Hey, alert.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. 56. Check.
One last shot for Mayfield here. That's going to be caught.
Let's go. Do it.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.